Oh, welcome to my channel. This is going to be my first recording. My name's Lady Chinaful. Please call me Lady T in the comments. That will make your life a lot easier, as well as mine. Um, and I'm playing Oxygen Not Included. Uh, I have played this a little bit. As you can see, I have a game already kind of up. I will be starting a brand new one with you guys. I have not gotten to mid-game. It's sad and depressing, but I haven't. I get stalled like at a plateau right before that. Um, it being my own fault, I'm pretty sure. I get focused on little details as opposed to going further with it. Um, so we're going to basically body double. You guys get to be my body double. You get to talk to me in the comments, give me tips, any little tricks you guys might know. For those who are new, you get to basically join me in this little frontier. Uh, I do watch Echo Ridge, who is a YouTuber and a Twitch player. He has a lot of good tutorials for things. I have watched him quite a bit, so you'll hear me referencing him. Um, I will pick and choose what I use from him. Um, Certain things he does that I'm going with, no, I don't want to do that. Other things I will absolutely choose from him. I will probably reference it, just throwing it out there. New game. So, as previously stated, I have not gotten to mid game. I tried to do this on no sweat because I haven't gotten very far in it. I'm going to try this with survival this time. Hopefully, I don't screw up too badly. If that happens, I will end up doing a load game from a previous save. Throwing it out there. I do prefer the bigger asteroids of the classic as opposed to the spaced out. I do have a couple in the lab, and that is fascinating, to be honest. Just throwing it out there. But we are going to do the classic. And first thing I'm going to do is go into the game settings. I am lowering this off to 500 cycles because I've gone as far as 260, somewhere in that general vicinity. The default is at 200 cycles. I am not going to be prepared for it at 200 cycles. The next one is 300 cycles, and I might be, but I'm not sure. So we're going to try 500. The next one off is just disabling it. So we're going to try 500. Hopefully I'll actually be able to knock it out of the sky. That is the preferred go. If I think that I won't be able to do that, my next goal is to seal off the area where it's going to land with insulated tiles. Leave some spaces and then put another row of insulated tiles and then vacuum that area out so that there's no heat exchange. That's going to be the thought process with it. Next things up is I really want to change this so that it doesn't, you know, so I can burn less calories and whatnot. I'm going to leave that as at default. I'm going to leave the disease at default. Morale, I've never really had a problem with morale, really. Meteor showers, I'm not concerned about. Stress, I'm not going to be worried about. I am going to change the radiation. Because I have never played with it. Literally, most of my gaming experience has been on the original classic DLC, Oxygen Not Included. I just recently got the DLCs. and I got that in a big bundle pack. So I haven't played with the radiation before, so I am. What I really want to do is nuke proof, but we are going to just make it so that it's healthy glow so they're more resistant. That is what's going to happen. I'm sorry if you guys don't like it, but I am trying to make this not as hard on me, okay? Because, like I said, I haven't gotten past 250. I quite literally, I'm pretty sure I have not gotten past that point. So everything else is going to be the same. So we're going to do that. And then for here, I am going to re-roll the world traits. So Middle Ridge. Frozen Fen is the one I kind of like getting so that there is a pre-friend there. I'm not going to be too concerned about that, I don't think. Slime molds. That's going to be interesting considering this is the Tundra asteroid, so that'll be interesting. Superconductive asteroid. Metal pour. I don't know if I really want that, so we're going to try a couple of different things. Okay. Frozen Friend on the Tundra asteroid makes more sense. Small boulders. Okay. You know what? I'm okay with this particular setup. The story traits are gonna be all the same. Not too concerned about it. Okay. All right, and start game. Does look like the start will load. I've heard some things about certain starts not loading, and I'm going to guess it's like a particular combination of things. So there's that. Yay, it's loading. As for like a schedule, just to throw this out there, I have a wonky schedule currently. So while I am recording this on a Thursday, that is not going to be my normal record session. That just happens to be what's happening this week. Now, this is where I'm going to have a lot of Echo Ridge type stuff happening. He always starts with a digger builder, and that's what I'm going to go with. I'm also going to do a farmer rancher and a researcher, and preferably the researcher is going to have like an additional like cooking or tidying or something useful in the beginning of the game. I can get, a economics engineer later. I can get a doctor later. I can do a decorator later. These are the ones that I'm really going to be looking for. Preferably so that it makes it easier in the beginning of the game. There we go. All right, so farming. They're not going to be doing a whole lot of farming, so I'm not too concerned about it. They can help out with farming, but I'm not going to be really big on it. They require light sleep, which is not that big of a deal. I'll just put their cot right next to the printing pod for right now. just until I can get a light source for him. All right. Now, this one's going to be a farmer, my farmer rancher. Oops. I just bypassed one, and that's because I was clicking little like automatically instead of actually reading what was happening. That's on me. It happens more than once. Um, there is a few things that I'm not going to take, like for instance, this mouth breather. Even if I wanted to just leave it out of plain cook, I wouldn't do because I have a limited supply of air to begin with. I am not going to have a mouth breather. I'm also not going to do a bottomless stomach either. There we go. Okay, so this one has decorating, but mouth breather. So that's a no-go. Ranching. Bottomless stomach. Like I said, I am going to be picky. This one also requires light to sleep. So that's going to be fun to do. But both of these guys require light to sleep, so it's a thing. That's okay though, because this one also does supply as well, so they'll be a good person for doubling up with the building. Now, go down to researcher. Now, this right here is a perfect dupe for just strict researching. However, um, because they can also help out with the farming. But I'm not going to do that. I want all of my dupes to have at minimum two, preferably three traits. And this right here is perfect. Completely perfect. She's researching, she can help with building, and she can do supplying. Absolutely perfect. Now, if I could get another digger early on, that would be great too. But we'll work with what we got. And now we're going to do a little bit of renaming because I am going to have fun with this. Now, Valnir is a name from my D&D campaign. One of our players. Steve, I'm going to name you Jax, and Maya is going to be Ren. This is going to get changed to something. I don't know what yet. Um, you know what? Cannon drop. And that's a my computer likes to show me different scenes, and right now I'm staring down a canyon. Or at least that's what I was staring down before I started the game. So canyon drop. Let's go. Pause immediately. I have a few mods added in, and they're going to be fun little things for you guys to find out. Um, First one is for ease of convenience for everybody involved. I have the zoom out mod. Additionally, I just prefer it for my own self because I like being able to zoom out and see what's going on in my colony. Because the original DLC, this was as far as out as you could get, and you had to do this. I was not a fan at all. So we are going to take what we get. Okay, in this instance, now we are going to dig out this direction. Go out 3 and find out what's going on over there. And I can already see that's where my uranium geode is. Eventually I'm going to figure out how to turn those off. Okay. Hey! We're going to do that because I have a little bit of light going on right here. Is it a permanent thing? No. Because obviously she's not the baby's gonna fly around. But this means that I can at bare minimum get a little bit of light happening here. Actually, we're going to be smart about that and do that too. And as soon as they dig up that ore there, that will be helpful. Alright, so I found a Sweetle and I found a couple lockers. Inspect. Nothing of interest, but I do get a data bank. Inspect. Nothing of interest, but I do get a bad data bank. And then I'll go in and eventually, dig those up. So I got some early glass and some early plastic. That's not an iron. There we go. Plastic. So that's nice. Base. Door. Right there. Okay. And then we're going to dig that out so that they actually have some lights. And soon, there we go. Sweet. Okay, lady. All right, going back over this direction, we're going to dig this way. And we're going to go ahead and do tiles across here. Okay, I got another source of water up there. Okay, so far I have found 5 sources of water, because there's water down here too. 6 sources for water. I'm actually doing pretty good on the water weirdness. And I'm saying weirdness for a reason. So normally I don't get that many. We are going to go ahead and let them do that. Okay, and there's a natural gas geyser. Once I have that tamed, that'll be fun. Does anybody know where this is in the heaviness scale? Like the players who, like people who've played this before? Is this lighter than oxygen, heavier than oxygen? I don't really know. I haven't gotten to the point where I've actually tamed one of these. Once it's overpressured, it's going to be fine. But when I break in there, that's a different matter entirely. It will be dormant when I do that. I am not that insane. So literally this little cube of stuff is going to sit here. I'm going to leave one full row going all the way around this and not touch it. Will I drop everything else when I break into this? Yes. I absolutely am going to. But I'm not going to go through and um, where are you going? Oh, I was very confused for a second. Okay. Um, I want to go all the way back here, but I'm not going to because I don't have the time to. What I am going to do though is get some outhouses down, get some of those down. Okay, priority 6. I want the outhouses done first. I don't care about anything else. The outhouses have to get done first. And then I'll dig down and get to this water source. Oh, I have another one down here. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I just suddenly forget that I had one? Apparently. Okay. Alright, but yes, I want these done first so they have somewhere to use the restroom. Are they going to get anything else done tonight? No. But I need those done so that schedule downtime. Okay, so these things are literally the first things that's going to end up happening when they get up in the morning. One of them is going to be able to use the restroom, assuming, what have you. And then they're going to finish up these. All right, these also are going to go that way, that way. I am going to do a double ladder scenario here. That's my preferred method for it, is a double ladder. Am I strange? Yes. But that is the way things are. And then I'm going to do it on this side as well. Priority 4. You are literally in light. Okay, so it needs to be a minimum of 500. Strange boy. Okay. Like, legit, he's in light. I'm not insane. But apparently, very dim does not count. So I'm going to have a very unrested Jax, but that's okay. Nothing I can do about it. I'm equally not going to um, switch up their schedules just yet. And I have a reason for it. Said reason being I'm half tempted, quite legitimately half tempted to trap that in here. To open up that door and have it bring it in here. Or alternately to move one of the beds in here. I could do that too. Have one of the beds in here. Come on, honey. I mean, they all got, stuff. They all got oh, I think I just got, yeah, I did. All right, and I'm going to change this too. Instead of being at 10,000, it's only going to be at 1,000. I don't feel it's necessary to not have it there. Um, then I'm going to Fleming picture right there. Birdie. Oh, that's 4. Okay, we're going to move you to 5. I'm going to not concern myself with that one at this current moment. I want you in this one. Switch this. Now, Echo Ridge will disable disinfect on these. I'm not going to. One, it's a great way for me to know that there's a bare minimum of germs happening. Yes, the germs go away when they wash their hands, so it shouldn't be tracking its way into the place. But under preference, I would prefer the entire thing here to get disinfected. Now, I am going to do something that he has done, and that's make a little area over here for polluted water. And that area I'm going to disable the disinfect. I don't care enough for that stuff. These I care about, that I don't. It's odd, but it is what it is. Um, and then I need to figure out where I'm going to stick my pool. So here is the granite layer. And this right here is just not going to get touched. Okay, here's the granite layer for this. And this helps, it's not abyssalite, but it does help minimize the transfer heat. If you were to look at it, the green is good. That doesn't count because that's my uranium deposit thing. A little geode. Right here, though, this is all granite. It helps slow it. It doesn't block it completely, but it helps slow it. Now, this thing right here, like I said, as soon as it's done emitting, like once it gets overpressured, I'm not going to be concerned about the heat that it is pumping into the air. Because it is going to be trapped in this. So this right here is my granite layer. Apparently have a little bit of vacuum there. Okay. So I don't have hard digging yet. So I can't dig through that. So I'm thinking what I'm going to end up doing is literally just going along its wall here and then shooting over and then going up. And depending upon where I end will dictate how this ends up going. Because I'm going to dig this out first and then like I'm going to try to get the walls done first before I start transferring things over. This will end up falling into it. I'm just going to dig the hole and release it and let it fall. Um, okay, so you guys are done with that. Sweet. Okay. Next up, furniture. Beds. Everybody gets beds. Okay. One bed there. Counterproductive, but one bed there. I'm going to leave a space for the other bed. It's 5, 6. We're going to go down. I'm not going to bother with that because they can still reach it even when that disappears. And then door. Does this leave me a whole lot of room for things? No, that's okay. Nope, I do not have a whole lot of that right now because I need to dig up. Okay, that's fine. All right, the only one that's not afraid of the dark, I do believe, is Ren. Bio. Yep, she is not afraid of the dark. Okay, ladies. Valenier. Jax. Ren can be over here. Sweets. Okay. Now, up. Not gonna lie, this is one of the rare times that I go up without actually having a thought process. As you notice, I did go sideways with this. I think it might be the tracking on my mouse. Because even though I'm going up in a straight line with my thing, it has a tendency of not doing it right. Now, I know exactly what achievement we got. We got the bed and bath for everyone thing. Not worried, real worried over it. Then, once that's done, we are going to dig right here. Everybody having a bed and everybody having a bath is great. I was going to have them have it in here, but this thing likes to fly down here a little too often for that. Okay. Enable auto harvest. Whether or not these ones actually get to the point of being harvestable is up for grabs. But I am also going to pause the camera for a little bit. I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Thought I heard somebody knocking at my door. I didn't, but I thought it. Okay, are we rested? No. You are, because you were directly in this area. But this thing moved a little too often. Okay, so what's going to end up happening is I'm probably going to end up putting a light in here. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Auto harvest on you and you. This is not going to get any light, so I'm going to actually dig that up and not even worry about it. These ones here, this muck root and these ones are just going to get dug up. So again, not going to be concerned about it. I'm probably going to end up putting a light in here, right here. Just until I can get some, like a different area for the ones that are afraid of the dark. For right now, though, we're just going to do some fun. Just gonna actually uproot you. Yeah. I might end up uprooting these ones. We'll see on how well that works. Okay. Now, I went all the way up when it was not needed. So I'm just going to go up to there and then have them dig that out because I need the ore. Now that we have a little bit more, I'm going to go ahead and put one in here. Two right there. Maybe. I might end up moving. You know what? We're going to do this. We're going to cancel that one. Power. 2, 3, 4. And a manual generator. And we're just going to go straight across. Normally, I would have the research station right here so they can get the well lift buff, and I'm still going to do that, but first thing I'm going to end up happening to do is have it in a different location for right now, which is probably going to be right in here as a temporary thing. And the reason why is because I need this, like, they need to sleep. So what I'm going to end up doing is once I'm in this, instead of doing what I normally would go through and do, which would be the food areas and then the power areas, I'm literally going to go straight into the decor areas and get a light so that I can either have like a thing right here and have the light here so that it can hit them, or have it up a little bit further, doesn't matter either way. And then actually I'm going to go ahead and just run that wire this way to begin with. Actually, scratch that because I'm going to move these literally. This was a temporary solution because of the shine bug. Do I like the fact that the shine bug has that big of a range? No, but we'll work with it for right now. This is going to disappear soon. I don't like digging through it. This is going to disappear soon though. And then once it does, I'm going to go up here, dig out this area, and make that another bedroom for those who are afraid of the dark. But first things first, we're actually going to do 4 down because I prefer there to be a little bit more space. And it's not going to hurt anything. Stations, research station, we're going to pop that directly in the middle because I am strange like that. And yes, I freely admit it. Wire. Gonna get that going, and then I'll be able to get lights. Nope, priority of 6. Thank you. I'm also gonna bop these up to a priority of 6 to make sure that they go through and get them cleaned faster. I don't care. I would love to know how to get rid of the tutorial things. If anybody knows, that'd be great. Okay, so I am not going to do the pike apple things. Because one, they're a seed, they're not the actual fruit. If there was the actual fruit, that'd be a different matter. Not going to do that. And I'm not going to get any bionic dupes. Because I am not prepared for them in any way, shape, or form. they die and then die, be dead for a little bit, right up until, whenever. Okay, they are both interested in farming. This one, however, does the flatulence, and that's a no for me. Right up there with bottomless stomach, a mouth breather, and this is because they actually output natural gas, and I'm not about that life right now. This dupe is very good at farming, is also germ resistant and a caregiver. And the only negative is that they are bad at artistry. That's not too bad. I am gonna take this dupe. Roan. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep Roan. I'll keep Roan. Right. I don't have that many male characters from my D&D game, so Roan is gonna stay. It's going there. Now that I have four dupes, I am going to switch up some scheduling. And I'm going to pause for that. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to let them do things. I would normally pause for it, but we're going to switch this up. Now, once I get dupes that are actually, night owls or day owls, I will put them in the correct schedules. But for right now, I'm going to move a couple people around to be night owls and to be day owls. Okay, so actually, that's why I pause it, because it's still moving while I'm doing this. Downtime. That was not how I wanted to do that. There we go. Okay, duplicate. We're just gonna move Ren and Ren. I think. Skills. Okay. Valnir. Okay. Jax is a farmer. Roan, also farmer. I have farmers out the wazoo. And one researcher. I really need to find a cook. Roan, on the other hand, he is already able to do farming, so I'm going to shoot him in that real quick. And then I'm going to probably make him, pick him up and put him down, Duke. Dupe. Duke? Where did I get a Duke from? So they're going to end up doing improved tidying, supplying, that type of thing, once they have better morale. That's not the case right now. But once they have better morale, that's what's going to end up happening. And I have 3 dupes that are straight out good at, farming. So I'm not real concerned about what one goes there. There we go. So we're going to do that. Am I going to end up changing what the shifts names are? Yes. Eventually I will, but I'm not going to do it right now. Alright, so they have gotten algae in there. I'm going to end up getting rid of this area here eventually. And any little sounds that you guys hear, it's me drinking something, so don't worry about it. Alright, so we got some people who are doing things. I'm going to end up getting rid of this, entire thing right here. So them jumping from here to here for a little bit is not that big of a worry to me. Annoying, yes, but not that big of a worry. I don't like their weird game mechanic where if it's too high, they'll ignore the ladder. and immediately do that. I get why, but at the same time, it's like you have a perfectly good ladder. Just climb the ladder. Yes, they're doing meal ice right now. I am not a fan of meal ice because it does some really, it's crappy. Pickled meal ice is not that great either, but it is what it is. And I don't know if you guys can hear it, but if you do, I do apologize for my cat. Love her dearly, but she was trying to be on my chest and my shoulder area, which is not going to be very helpful for one, recording, and two, playing the game. So I locked her out of my room and she's mad at me for it. So if you happen to hear any meowing, that's what it is. I do apologize. I don't have any editing software at this current moment to fix that particular issue. So we're just gonna have to make do with what we got. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry about here. Hold on until I get a light going. Once I have a light, you'll be fine. Freedom? Yes, good. Guess what? Research? I don't understand why it goes to the highest end when you need this end first. Ah! I do apologize for that. Okay, normally I would go into these ones and then these ones. What I would normally do. However, we are going to go straight into lights. I'm not even going to pick up this one. I'm literally just doing straight lights. Now, in here, they changed up how this looks. I don't know if I'm a fan of it or not. We will see how it is. I generally just would have preferred there just to literally be, the colony summary and, when the print is. I and the duplicate skills. I don't I didn't need to have the research there. And new entry, that is the exact same one for every single thing. I don't understand why it does it for every single thing, even it like every single game, when you've already gotten this one. colony summary. I really don't give a crap out about it, but it just to get rid of that exclamation point. Have, have a bed and a bath for everybody. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some ladders going here. We're going to go ahead and build this up. Depending upon whether or not it decides to do something. Okay, you know what? We're gonna not go all the way to the radiation, I think. How far is it? Yep, I'm good now. That's perfect. Oh, hey! We literally gotta watch the shine bug give birth. Um, yes, the shine bug gives out radiation, but this sheer amount of like what they will get rid of when they're using the restroom, I'm not concerned about that. And like I said, this right here is going to become the room for those that are scared of the dark. Once the research is done. And then I can move this out of there and not worry about what's going on with that. So going into this for colony achievements, I have a certain amount of things that I want to try to get. Carnivore is a time limited one that is eat 400,000 calories of critter meat by the 100th cycle. Whether or not I get that far is up for grabs. Okay, I'm not real worried about that one. I will eventually like to do that one, but I'm not real worried over it. Locavore is one that I think I'll probably be able to do fairly easily. We'll see. I'm probably gonna end up doing like some pit planting and getting that type of stuff going. That way, because with the locavore, you can't build any planter boxes or farm tiles or hydroponic farms. You literally just eat the food from the surrounding things, which is I think that's part of like they do it. People can do it in concurrence with carnivore. I'm going to try to supplement with like bristleberries. And then super sustainable. This one is you don't use a natural gas generator or a petroleum generator, wood burner, coal generator, or peat burner. That one I can easily do as well. That one's just going to be us running on the wheel for a long time. These two I can do without worry. It doesn't. I can do this at any point. It's one of this one's the only one that is on a time limit, and I think that is the way literally for all of it. Is that's the only one that has an actual time limit. So I'm going to try to aim for that, but I can't guarantee that I'm going to hit it. I'm not real worried about it either. But these two are ones that I'm going to need to be very conscientious of because I can't build planter boxes. I can't build farm tiles or hydroponic farms, and that's how I would normally get my food going. And then the coal generator is usually how I get going. Could I build one and still get this? Yes. I want to try it without doing that. Oh, and I need to change you. This at 50% to begin with, which is really a waste of dupe labor. So I lower it down to 30. And I know this thing just told me insufficient oxygen generation, and to be perfectly honest, we're fine for oxygen. I got 2 things of oxalate going here. I have 3 things uh, of the oxygen generators going. Actually, I have 3 things over here. I don't just have 2, I have 3. I have more than enough oxygen going right now. I don't know why it tells me that I have not enough, because we have more than enough. I think it's because of this carbon dioxide sitting right here, and I'm not real worried about it. All right, we no longer have this going, which is fine. That means the research is done. I'm literally going to have them dig this out and then get the beds moved. And then I'm going to move this up here. Reclaim all this so that I can have a little bit more for up here. And like I said, I have a couple of mods downloaded. Like I said, one of them was the zoom out mod. As some of them you're going to see here show up soon. Thanks to research. They're still going, so we can go ahead and get up here. Get food down. That will also give me the yeah, we're going to just use one of these. What are you? Oh, that looks nice. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Thank you. Light-wise, I think it's about the same. Yeah, it's about the same. It's just a matter of looking different. Okay, cots. Come here. Yes, okay. So one here, here. Whoops, that is not where that's gonna go. Here and here. Do I have as many in there? No, but the reason for the spacing is for the lights. There. Light. I want to see what this looks like. Just stick one right there. That works. Normally I also wouldn't have the wires like this, but I don't have floors going yet. And the reason why is because this is a very temporary setup. Very temporary. I do like my main base to be surrounding the printing pod. That way any new dupe I get will be within the confines of the colony, like the main colony itself, instead of being branched out somewhere, so that they don't have to like run different places. Okay, you're oxygen. All right. Dioxide, okay. All right, and then I have these Sweetles, which I can also harvest for food. I am not sure about doing a lot of things with them. I'm not I'm going to leave most of them wild, almost all of them wild, because they don't starve if they're wild. If they're tamed, they are they can starve. I don't want to do that. So I'm probably gonna leave the Sweetles wild for the most part. Am I going to supply them with sulfur? Yes, because it'll give me sucrose. And the spindly grubly fruit um, does give you a little bit of a bonus if you combined it with the sucrose. It's like a sweet treat type thing. I believe it's a +2 or +3 good. I don't remember off the top of my head. I have to actually break out the grill to find out. Okay, I've got 6 visits remaining, 10, 15. Okay. And I'm not real worried about this carbon dioxide here. It will eventually travel this way and fall down. Not real worried over it. I do, however, need to go out this way because I'm going to add a door right here. Here is one of my mods. I can build a dirt tile now. The dirt tile means that I can build a nature reserve anywhere without me having to do some weird trick in order to get a dirt tile back or anything like that. I can just build it. Yes, it's made out of sandstone, but same thought process with it. You can still actually plant there. So, hooray. I'm not going to be able to do anything with those. But my plan for this area. Good, good, okay. Alright, everybody do finish up that, please, because I'm not real worried. But I'm going to put a door right here, leave a space for a deodorizer, and then I'm going to end up putting one of the bottle emptiers in here, and then I'm going to dig down this direction and put a polluted water sink so that I don't have to worry about it. Are you overpressured? Yes, you are overpressured now. Hooray. At 5 kilograms. Alright. So, yeah, if you guys can tell me, is this lighter, heavier than oxygen? That'd be great. I assume that it's lighter, but that's a me thought process. If it's not, I would like to know so I know which way that will end up going. Okay, well, there's nothing of interest here besides a little bit of carpeted tile. I can reclaim literally all of this. I also got the polluted water here. Light. Alright, we are going to deconstruct you. And deconstruct you. That is not what's going to get deconstructed. You. Jax. Everybody come build this. If nothing else, I do have enough beds here to have several dupes. I don't have the oxygen generation for that, but I do have enough beds here for quite a few dupes. I normally only stick with about 6 to 8. I had definitely had more than that now, but that's what I usually would stick with. Um, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. Now that I have that done, I'm going to move the research station up here. Once this is done, I can deconstruct all of this, and then they'll get the well lit buff for this area. And now we're going to move on here. And the two of them will be fine now. If I really need to, I can also get rid of one of these and have like back here for a loud sleeper if need be. Okay. What are we doing over here? Great. All right, I'm going to put a door right here and the 2 tile high because room-wise, she does still count as a room. Interesting. Not real worried over it. Like it counts as a washroom or look. Latrine, sorry, I was reading the wrong one. It still counts as a latrine because it is 57 tiles. It's going to be less here in a little bit because I'm going to be getting, putting this door here and whatnot. But it will definitely help. Dig up that. Betty earned a skill point. Sweet. And I'm going to end up building the actually I might as well just build it now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Leave a space. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll give me enough room for a go. That leaves me enough room for if I can think of the words, that'd be great. Pop you right there. Water cooler. There we go. I couldn't think of it for a second. I'm sorry. That'll leave me enough room for that, and that will make this a great haul once they're done. I dig down that far. Something else I'm going to end up doing is putting a storage base bin right here and putting the polluted dirt in here. Once the polluted dirt's in there and there's a lot of water in there, it won't off gas. Now, the polluted water will off gas, but the polluted dirt won't. Let's see here. Ren, darling. Let's put you in improved construction. I'm not too concerned about the research at this current moment because I have a lot of tier 1 research to do anyway. Deconstruct. Let's reclaim all of that. Why did I not know you guys could jump up like that? Did you guys know that? I didn't know that the hatches could jump up. I know, I suppose that does make sense, actually. Um, I just never seen them do it. It makes sense. It's just, like I said, I've never seen them do it. It's on me. Okay, Belmere. We're going to put you in hard digging. That way I can actually get through the granite if I need to. I don't like doing that, but we can do it. Okay. Gotten. Okay, this is going to be a great haul as soon as I get a little bit more done. Okay, let's go ahead and select some research. I don't like the big zoom out one for this because then I can't figure out what I'm looking for 9 times out of 10. So we're going to do this. And as soon as they're finished, and this is done. I need a little bit more research for the, I'm also going to put this here because that's how that's supposed to sit. I need to go into a specific research. Let me show you for that. This right here. It will also give me the advanced research. I'm not real worried over that. I am going to grab it, just not going to worry about it right now. Once I have this built in, this will be a mess hall, which will give me a bonus, a morale bonus of 3, which is needed. Great Hall will give me a bonus of 4, which is what I will get once I've added the water cooler. Banquet Hall needs a communal table, and that is something that is way down the line and it requires plastic. I'm not going to be able to do it. I do have another little mod that gives me a different kind of table, but it won't count towards the banquet hall. I do have a couple of preps though, which I was not aware of. Let's go in. Meh. That's pretty. I think I have one though. Oh! Well, that's interesting. That's a new water cooler. I don't have that. I literally just have the base one. So I might put this one in. So we're going to shoot over to the supply closet real quick. Go to all. Um, okay. Here. Yep, I already had one, so we can recycle one. Cool. That's what I thought would happen, and then there's that. But yeah, I generally will just have the normal base one. I haven't had, you know, anything out of that. So that's a new one. Okay, so we're going to go to bottoms. And here's the new one for that. Okay. Back. And resume. Actually, this is a good stopping point because I've been going for an hour now. So we will go ahead and actually go back to this and save. Okay. So thank you for joining me, guys. If you see anything that you think I can improve upon, if you see anything that you think I did a little weird, let me know in the comments. Like I said, you can go ahead and call me Lady T. It's so much easier than trying to print my name. Uh, yeah, I look forward to seeing your comments. All right. Have a good night, guys.